Sugar. It's blamed for obesity, diabetes, and everything in between. But is it really the root of the problem? In this video, we'll separate fact from fear. You'll learn what sugar does in your body, the difference between types of sugar, and how to create a smart approach to nutrition without cutting everything sweet out of your life. Let's start with the basics. Sugar is a type of carbohydrate. When you eat carbs, whether it's oats, fruit, or rice, your body breaks it down into glucose. Glucose is your body's preferred energy source. It powers your brain, muscles, and every single cell. No, sugar is not inherently bad. Your body relies on it to function. The real issue isn't sugar itself, it's how much and how often and what you're consuming. It's easy to point the finger at sugar for rising obesity rates, but when we look at long term trends, the real culprit becomes clear. Over the last 4 decades, sugar intake has increased slightly. However, average daily calorie consumption has risen by 6 to 700 calories, mostly from ultra processed foods and added fats. That means obesity is more closely tied to overeating and inactivity than to sugar alone. It's about total diet and lifestyle, not one ingredient. Sugar on its own doesn't meet the clinical definition of addiction, but hyperpalatable foods, those that combine sugar, fat, salt, and artificial flavor, can trigger dopamine responses in the brain that resemble addictive patterns. It's not sugar alone, it's engineered combination of ingredients in foods like cookies, chips, and soda that makes them so hard to stop eating. This is why people tend to crave processed foods, not fruit or plain rice. Not all sugars are created equal. Glucose is quickly absorbed and used for energy. Fructose, found in fruit and honey, also digests quickly but has a lower impact on fullness. Sucrose, or table sugar, is a combination of glucose and fructose. Fiber, technically a carbohydrate, slows digestion and increases satiety. Whole foods that contain fiber, like fruit and dairy, also contain fiber, water, and micronutrients. This makes them fundamentally different from added sugars found in soft drinks and processed snacks. Whole fruit is naturally sweet, high in fiber, and difficult to overeat. Multiple studies show that fruit consumption is linked to weight control and stable blood sugar. Fruit juice, on the other hand, is concentrated sugar with the fiber removed. It spikes blood glucose and doesn't promote fullness, making it easier to overconsume. Choosing fruit over fruit juice is a simple, science backed swap with major benefits. Excess added sugars, especially when hidden in common foods, can lead to weight gain due to overconsumption, increased inflammation, higher risk of insulin resistance, and heart disease. The American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugar to no more than 36 grams per day for men, 25 grams for women. That's the equivalent of one soda or one flavored yogurt. And many packaged foods contain hidden sugars in sauces, condiments, cereals, and breads. Awareness, not fear, is the key. Honey, agave, maple syrup, they sound healthier than table sugar, but your body processes them in similar ways. While they maintain trace minerals, they still contribute to your total sugar and calorie intake. The healthiest sources of sweetness are those found in whole foods like fruits and vegetables because they contain fiber, water, and nutrients. Natural doesn't mean neutral. Sugar is still sugar. Think of sugar like a nutritional pyramid. At the base, whole fruits, vegetables, legumes, and fibrous carbohydrates. In the middle, whole grains and starchy vegetables. At the top, added sugars and processed sweeteners. When your diet is built on a solid foundation of whole foods, there's room for small indulgences without guilt. Balance always wins over restriction. Sugar isn't the enemy. Excess and processed foods are. Your body needs carbohydrates, including sugar, in the right amounts and from the right sources. Whole fruits, vegetables, grains, and dairy all provide energy, fiber, and nutrients. Moderation, not elimination, is the key to sustainable and effective nutrition plan. If you want personalized guidance on how to fuel your body for performance, fat loss, or overall health, visit us at newerafitnessperformance.com. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more evidence-based nutrition and training insights.